So I've just bought this DYU A1F Pro. Tiny little bike. I don't know why I bought it. I think it was probably because it was cheap. But no, I bought it because I've got a new job in London, and I thought what I would get is a little folding bike, you know, sort of Brompton-esque, that I could fold up and put on the train and then cycle the last half a mile or so to my job. And I thought that this was the thing, because it definitely folds up and it's definitely small and it's a little e-bike. I mean, you know, when you finish work, the last thing you want to do is cycle miles home, don't you? So I thought this might be the thing. You want to get home, get off the train, and just get on this little beast and trundle home rather than pedal. So let's have a little look around it and see what you get. So it's single speed, so there's only one gear. It's got a motor, of course, 250 watt motor, 300 watt peak. So it's not gonna be anything special, is it? It's probably not going to get you up a steep hill. It's got 16-inch wheels, mag wheels. So these little aluminium, they're pretty solid, they're not placky spokes, it's actually made of aluminium. And you get these nice plastic mud guards. They've got these little rain drip things here on the back, so I like that's a nice little feature there. You get one big gear at the front, and you get some nice folding pedals. So I just push it in, pick it up, and they fold. I won't show you the build process because it was literally a few seconds. All you have to do is just put the handlebars in. It's not really worth showing that. The wiring's been nice and neatly concealed and hidden. Underneath you get this spongy rear seat, which is obviously of no use at all for sitting on, but you can take it off, and underneath it's got a nice solid rack, so you can put some panniers on there or something, or a little seat bag thing for all your essentials. So let's have a look around the other side. Oh, you get a little front light and reflector. Again, nice mud guards. So coming around the other side, you get some nice 160mm disc brakes, just mechanical. There's some building work going on next door. It's a bit annoying. Yeah, they're just mechanical, but what I've seen, they're adequate for this bike. Okay, and on the rear, 160mm disc brakes. Folding pedal, a little kickstand, which is really useful, and then you've got a little saddle that can drop down, and it's a really spongy saddle, which I'm probably going to change because it's just a bit too spongy. Got this big spring on the back, looks like something out of the 1930s, so I'm going to change that and get a nicer saddle on that, and it's got gradations on there. Unfortunately, this seat post is not high enough for me, so I bought a longer one. It's on its way. I'm just around 6 foot, and if I have it on this, the maximum gradation here, the seat's too low to give you sort of full length, not full length, but a decent leg pedal shape, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I've got another one on the way. I've got another saddle on the way as well. So looking at the handlebar mechanism, so it's got this nice little safety feature here that I only just discovered that, what that was for. And it clamps into there, so it should be impossible for the handlebars to come undone while you're cycling. So it just unclips and then just folds down like so. Oh. I'll show you the full folding mechanism in a minute. And it just clamps back up. You stick that back in there, and that's it, nice and solid. Let's have a look at the folding mechanism then. I'll show you how easy I make it look. So here we go, the folding mechanism. So you've got like a little clip here, a little safety feature. So you lift that up and then unclamp that, and then actually what I like to do first is just drop the seat down to its minimum. Acts as a little support for you, so just loosen that off a little bit, and also collapse your pedals as well. Just push them in and flip them. So that's what I like to do first, and then you've got this little Velcro belt thing which is useful. This comes with it because it doesn't have a locking mechanism, so you have to lock it with that little bit of Velcro. So you just get rid of the kickstand, get your knee, and just fold it like that. I'm not going to say it's light because it's not. When you fold it like that, get a little bit of Velcro, push it through the wheel, and Velcro it together like so. And then if you want, you can collapse the handlebars as well. So again, just unclip that, fold that down, and there you go. Pretty small. I'm not going to say it's light because it's not particularly light. It's 21 kilos. But it's certainly light enough. You know, if you grab it here, you can pick it up and definitely walk around with it. And it'd be handy if it had a bag, but it's pretty small and compact. Let's have a look at it. So that's in its folded state. It's quite compact, but not minute. Again, you can get it by the saddle. Lift it up here, or lift it by the frame here, or get a bag for it. Looking at the ends here, it's got a seal around here, so it's nicely sealed against the weather. And these are obviously the power coils. Not coils, power connectors here. So the battery is in there. So yeah, put it back together, handlebars up, clamp, push in that little red thing so it can't come undone again. Undo your little bit of Velcro, throw it away, and then just spin it out. Clunk, lock it, and that's it, done. You can then put the kickstand down, set it to where you want. It's just a few seconds to fold and unfold. It's easy to get it in a cart, in the boot of your cart. And there it is. And then what I do is I keep my bit of Velcro on the back here when I need it. So that's it. Looking at the motor, it's only 36 volt, 7.5 amp hours. So it's not a huge battery, and the range is probably somewhere in the order of 20 miles if you're doing pedal assist. If you're using the throttle on its own, it's got a little throttle here. It says up to 6 kilometers if you just use the throttle on its own. Well, you're obviously going to put some sort of effort into the pedals anyway. And just before I'll take it for a spin. I'll just show you the controller. So it's very simple. Turn it on. You've got 3 modes of pedal assist: low, medium and high, and that's it. This is obviously how much battery power you've got left. And this is the new version. If you've got the G20, this is the Pro version. DYU A1F Pro version. If you've got this controller, I say it's got a little throttle here. See the bike taking off already. I don't think the brakes have got cut out, so that's a bit disappointing. So anyway, let's take it for a spin. So, like any bike, it expects the pedals to be going a little bit. It's got a cadence sensor, so it wants you to get moving first before the motor kicks in. And it's very gentle. Let's say I'm on speed setting 3, and the assist is still quite gentle. You can feel it's there, but there's not much to it. I am on the grass, which is probably a little bit harder for it, but you can feel a little bit of assist, but it's small, very comfortable, and it does ride like a normal bike. Once you get the saddle way up and the handlebars way up, it definitely rides. And I've measured it against my road bike. You can get the handlebars the same height and the seat the same height as a normal bike, as my road bike. It's just you're riding on very tiny little wheels, which makes it look a bit weird. You obviously look a bit of an idiot in it, on it. But who cares if you're the one getting a nice ride? Nice ride home while everyone else is walking. Not too bad. So if you stop pedaling, you've got the throttle, so you can just press the throttle, and that's a bit more effective. So yeah, it's 15 miles an hour. You can certainly feel the effect of that. It's almost like a scooter on the throttle. So yeah, you can use that just to get you up to speed and start pedaling. So yeah, it's good. It's very good. It's a lot of fun. In terms of stability, I think the little wheels make it a little bit twitchy, as you might expect. So yeah, it's a bit on the twitchy side, but I'll show you the accelerator. Yeah. One-handed, so I don't die. Oh. So yeah, really, you can really feel that kicking in with the throttle. No pedaling, and it says you can probably get 6 kilometers in pure throttle mode. I haven't tested that. I kind of believe them. I've been riding this now for ages and it's still on 100%. So I kind of believe that. So yeah, that throttle is not going to get you up a steep hill, that's for sure. It's just going to get you along the flat and maybe a moderate hill. So this bike is not for someone who's perhaps a delivery rider, or somebody that wants to cruise around the hills and do a little bit of touring. This is not that kind of bike. This bike, let's put the kickstand down. So yeah, this bike is for someone who probably just wants to go, you know, for a little trip to the shops, maybe take it camping, fold it up, put it in your car. You know, if you want to go on a little shopping foray, into some market or something like that, this is perfect for that. Even comes with a little bag that you put on the handlebars, but I'm not putting that on, that's just too embarrassing. But there is a little clip-on bag which you can put all your shopping in, or you could just use the rear rack and put some panniers on there or something and do your shopping on there. So that's what it's for. It's definitely not a delivery bike, and it's not for someone who wants to go touring or anything like that. It's just a little shopping bike, which I will get used for it. So I do a lot of camping, so it's going to be quite useful to you know, stick in the car and head to the shops on. So it does have this throttle, which is probably illegal in most countries. I'm going to turn it off while I press that, so let's turn it off. Got a little bell. Yeah, it's got a little throttle here, which is probably illegal in most EU countries, but it's only like a scooter. So all in all, I think it's, you know, it's pretty good. But you know, you've got to set your expectations of what this bike is for. You know, if you think you're going to cruise around on it, you're not. It's too slow, and you soon run out of pedal power, if you know what I mean. You can only pedal so fast with this single speed gear, and you run out of pedal power. You're just air pedaling in the end. So it's a little shopping bike, but it's quite neat. It's solidly built, and for the price I paid for it, I'm happy with it. I actually bought it from AliExpress, and it was £280 delivered to the UK. So if you can get it for that price, I think it's definitely worth it. I'd be a bit annoyed if I'd paid 500 or 600 quid for it. It seems to be its market price on the DYU store. But if you can get it for 280, it's definitely worth it. If you want something a little run around, something to head to the shops on, I don't know, that kind of thing. Don't expect anything special from it, but it's a nice little bike. So, any questions? Send me a note in the comments. So that's the DYU A1F Pro electric road bike, shopping bike. Let's give it a little blast along the road for you. This is in pure throttle mode. 15 miles an hour. Just give it a helping hand with a bit of pedal. Back onto the throttle. Then you run out of pedal power. Brakes are good. But it's a bit too slow for a delivery bike. Too slow for a touring bike. Shopping bike. That's it. Shopping.